Today, Friday, the 16th of August 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first event, we are looking at Wales Premier League, a match between Flint against the New Saint. For this event, I first of all want to share with you the performance of the home team. As you can see here, Flint, based on recent events they have had. You're going to see that they have had games in the cup and as well as in the club friendly, and their performance here, as you can see, is showing that they concede too much goals based on most recent 2 games played, as compared to that of the New Saints, which have mostly had events in the Europa League, as you can see here, and they have also most recently had a game in the cup against Flint, which that time TNS actually played home and Flint away, and TNS beat Flint by 5-1, a total of 6 goals. Now, looking at the stand table, you're going to see that this particular Premier League is just starting, and this is round 2 of this particular league event, and you can see that these 2 teams have been placed on the 8th and 9th position of the league table. As a result, we are looking at 2 major picks in this event in full time. In this particular event, this league is just starting. This is just the round 2, and these 2 teams want to fight so hard to see how they can have good position on the league table, and as a result, they want to perform better so as to have good placement on this league table. At the same time, the most recent event, which was just played just few days ago in the cup, TNS actually played at home and it beat Flint by 5-1, a total of 6 goals. And based on these recent events which TNS played at home against Flint, the offensive power of TNS was very high, as well as the shoot on target, making them to have up to 5 goals against 1 with Flint. This time, this league is just starting, and both of these 2 teams want to perform even better to see how they can secure a good position on the league table. As a result, we are looking at goals in this event in full time. We want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goals in full time or 2.5 goals for this event in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at China in the Super League, a match between Bettingn against Zhejiang Professional. For this event, I want to share with you the most recent event of the home team based on home games. You can see that they show that they can score, and most events have shown the possibility of them having at least 1 or 2 goals. Comparing with that of its opponent, you can see that based on recent events on the way, they concede a lot of goals, but they always make sure that even though they concede, at least they have 1 or 2 goals before the end of the game. This time, these 2 teams are coming to meet each other, and you can see that based on performance of the form table, these 2 teams shows that they can score and they can concede. But first, of course, I want to share the form table of the home team, Bettingn. As you can see here, and looking at the form of Bettingn, you can see that of 5 events being played, they have had 4 wins at home, 11 goals scored and 3 goals conceded, as compared to that of its opponent, which based on the way recently, they have had 4 wins away, 15 goals scored and 8 goals conceded. These are 2 teams coming to meet each other, and of course they have a good form. As a result, we look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. These 2 teams, of course, have shown the probability of them always having at least 1 goal or 2 goals per every match in most events they have had. This time, they are coming to meet each other and they want to still perform since the form of these 2 is too good. And based on the probability of the average goal score rate per every game, we are looking at 2 major picks here. First, we look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time, or the probability of 2 goals over. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Australia in the NPL Queensland. For this event, we want to look at a game between Glenorchy Knights playing against Queensland Lion. For this event, I want to share with you the performance of Gold Coast Knights based on recent events they have had. And looking at this form, as you can see here, they are very, very offensive. You can see based on recent events they have had, they shows a very high level of offensive power. Comparing with that of its opponent, which of course, based on the game they have had, they also show that they are very good based on goal scoring. The probability of them to score goal is also good, as you can see here. Comparing now the stands based on the form table of these 2, I will share with you their performance based on form. For Gold Coast Knight, for 5 events had, they have had 4 wins, 10 goals scored, and 8 goals conceded. Not that very defensive, and they are good at offense. Compared with that of Queensland Lion, which also shows almost equal strength in terms of goal scoring, as you can see here, and the defense is also not that very strong. And everything being put in place, we are looking at 2 major picks in this event in full time. Looking at the comparison of these 2 teams, we have checked the power based on offense and also on defense. And since the defense is not very strong based on both teams, these 2 teams want to try every way possible to see how they can net a goal or 2 for each team. As a result, we want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2.5 goal for this event in full time. Looking at the next pick, we want to look at England in the Premier League 2, a match between Arsenal against Manchester United U21. This is under 21 in the Premier League 2, and of course, I want to share with you the recent stand based on Arsenal as compared to that of Manchester, as you can see, and I'll share the overall stand based on most recent event they have just had. And looking at the most recent event, you're going to see that the home team Arsenal has mostly had games in the club friendly, and based on the club friendly event, they have mostly had goals. You can see against Lincoln, 1 goal was scored. Against Bishop, 1 goal. Against Enfield, you can see 1 goal was scored. And against Bournemouth, you can see that 4 goals were scored. They have always made sure that they had goals scored in this club friendly. But comparing to that of Manchester United, you can see that they have also made sure that they always score. You can see 3, 2, 6, and they show a good offensive rate as well. This time, these 2 teams are coming to meet each other. And if you look at this particular gameplay table, you're going to see that this league is just starting, and they're just coming to meet each other. You can see no game have been played yet, and for the opponent as well, no game also has been played. But based on the recent performance, everything shows that these 2 teams are good, and they want to perform here very goodly to have good position and point. As a result, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this event, these 2 teams have shown that they are good, and at least for every game played, they try to secure a goal or 2 for every match they have played. And these 2 teams have also showed that they can score based on the matches they have had in the friendly games, and this time they are coming to meet each other. And since this particular league is just starting, they want to impress to see how they can have good stands on the league table, and as a result, they want to perform their best, resulting to goals match possibility. So want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time, or the possibility of 2.5 goals for this event in full time. The next pick in our list is going to be in the England Premier League still 2, as you can see, that is under 21, a match between Chelsea U21 against Tottenham. First, I'll share with you the recent events of the home team, which is Chelsea. They have shown that based on the games they have had, they have shown performance of high goal score capacity. You can see 5 here, 3 here, and 1 here. Comparing to that of its opponent that have also had most games in the club friendly, you can see that they also have a good performance rating in terms of goal score. And now looking at the stands based on these 2 teams, they are now coming to meet each other, and since this particular league is just starting in the Premier League 2, these 2 teams want to impress, and as a result, we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. Since these 2 teams have shown a great offensive power and goal scoring capacity in the club friendly matches which they have recently played, this time this league is just starting and they want to impress, resulting to the possibility of goals. We don't want to give any favorite in this because of course they want to impress to see how they can secure a point to stand a better chance on the league table. As a result, we want to look at goals possibility 1.5 goal in full time, or the probability of 2.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next pick, we want to look at Austria in the Regional Liga East, a match between Matchfeld against Favoritna. For this event, I will share with you the recent game played, and you can see that for the home team, they have shown that they are good. 3, 2, 1, and 7. Comparing to that of the opponent, that shows a high level of conceding power. Even though they do concede, but they show that they can also score. As you can see, 4-3, 4-2, 3-0, 3-0, as you can see here. And comparing now based on the stands of these 2, I want to share with you the standing table based on these 2. This league is also just starting, and this is round 3. And looking at the form, you're going to see that Matchfield, the home team, have had 2 events, 1 win, 5 goals scored, and 2 goals conceded based on form. As compared to that of its opponent, that shows that they can also score per every game, but the conceding power is really high. For 2 events played, they've had 5 goals conceded and 2 goals scored. And everything being put in place, we are looking at 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this event, we want to look at the probability of goals in full time. We don't want to give the home team to lead this match, even though they have a higher probability to lead. But of course, we want to look at goals possibility as the safest for this event, which is 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over, since both teams have shown good performance rate in the last games they have just had. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Germany in the Regional Liga West, a match between Duisburg against Eintracht Hochkepel. For this event, first I want to share with you the recent event this game have had, and based on the performance of the home team Duisburg, you can see that they have shown a great level of offensiveness based on the recent 2 games they have had, 2 and 5, and comparing to that of its opponent, you're going to see that they also show that they can score even though they do concede. And looking at the probability based on stands of these 2 teams, this league table also is the rank 4, which has just started as well. And looking at the form overall, you're going to see that Duisburg sits on the first position and the best performing team on this table. Out of 3 events played, they have had 3 wins, 8 goals scored and no goal conceded. As a result, looking also at its opponent, they have had 3 games, 1 win, 5 goals scored and 4 goals conceded. Everything being put in place, we are looking at 2 major picks in this event in full time. Looking at the performance rating of Duisburg, they have shown a very great performance. And as well as for this league, Duisburg, out of 3 matches played, 3 wins has been shown, and they are very offensive and very defensive. Comparing to that of its opponent that has not too much defensive power, we want to look at Duisburg to take that upper hand and advantage of the poor defense of its opponent to see how they can lead this match in full time, as well as we are looking at the probability of at least 1.5 goal in this event in full time. And to those of you who want to have access to more games, as well as games to members only predictions, then you want to make sure that you join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro package plan and start to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions, which we share to members only, as well as matches for corner kicks, predictions, straight wins, goals, match picks, which we always provide to our members only. For you to become a member, you just need to click on the first link below this video description and see how you can navigate through it to see how you can join to become a member and start to access members only match prediction picks and videos to take your winning to the next level. The link will be found below this video description. Good luck and see you again in the next upload. And bye bye for now.